Got to
It's
review
all
Monday
about
Night Raw. It
humanity.
was, I can say, one of the best shows I've seen in a while. We could start off with the R-Truth and Carmella versus Mr. and Mrs. Maverick match for 24/7 championship. There was a lumberjack match, and there was a lot of people involved in the ring. Everyone knows lumberjack matches. Everyone surrounded by the ring. It was some good spots with Carmella, I'm sorry, and R-Truth. They did some good spots, little comedic acts with their dance and everything. And R-Truth ended up winning the match with a slam early on. It wasn't a long match at all. It was very, very short. But, he retained his championship. He's still the champion. It's just, after the whole thing, his championship was online under 24/7 rules, courtesy of WWE. So, as far as that goes, everyone got on top of R-Truth and to claim the new championship. And the person that came out with championship is Mike Kanellis. He left the reign. He was declared the new 24/7 champion. However, his reign was short-lived. He went to the backstage, told his wife Maria that he was championship. The whole thing about I did this for us. I did it for the family. And Maria, her response was she wasn't thrilled or happy at all that he was champion, saying if her unborn child's going to have a champion, it's going to be her instead of him. And she made him lay down for her, told him lay down right now to give her the championship. And he was confused at first to see what was going on, but he eventually laid down for her, and she pinned him, got a referee in there. 1, 2, 3, new champion, Maria Kanellis. The first ever pregnant women's champion, she said, in WWE history. First ever champion. But it's crazy, so she was walking around gloating, saying she's the new 24/7 champion. She's the pregnant champion. She's the pregnant champion. Flaunting the championship. Pregnant. I would have thought she was, she would that the championship was like another kid of hers or something. But so she flaunted the championship all around the place. Told everyone had a challenge. She had an OGBYN appointment Thursday, and basically, if anybody want to come for the championship, that's what she'll be. On to the next match. It was a gauntlet match, but it was for the number one contendership for the WWE United States Championship. Whoever won the gauntlet match gets a title shot at AJ Styles United States Championship match at SummerSlam. Now the gauntlet match started out with Rey Mysterio and him and Andrade, I believe. So it was all together with Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Ricochet, and Andrade. But Cesaro, I think it was him. I'm sorry, Cesaro and Rey at first. And Rey, he did his thing as normally do. The match is 619. He won that match. He won the match at the whole thing. And then it shows segments of AJ Styles looking backstage with the monitor, trying to see whose opponent gonna be. Classic WWE style. But it was some good match. I liked how Rey, he tried to do a springboard moonsault, but Cesaro counted and he did this punch in midair. I think that was real cool. Cesaro he was trying to do a power bomb. Rey reversed to a Hurricanrana, and then it went to the ring post. Very good counters back and forth. A good match. Rey Mysterio hit a bulldog off the top of the turnbuckle, and then he won doing a frog splash off top of the rope for a 3 count. His next opponent was Sami Zayn. He came out there energetic and everything, but it wasn't long. Rey rolled him up for a 3 count. Sami was shocked and pissed off, so he had to get scored away by the referees. And then his next match was Andrade. He was giving it to Rey. I ain't gonna lie to you. He came out, started beating on Rey, everything. He hit him in the corner. He did the three suplexes, tribute to his boy Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P. So he did that. Then he hit a moonsault, but it was only for a 2 count. But Rey, he He had good defense. He came back, but Andrade had the upper hand over him. He had a DDT for the 3 count. He beat Ray, but he ripped off Ray's mask. That's the key. That was the interesting part. He ripped off his mask, and Ray was covering his face. Because with luchador wrestling, that's a no-no. So I was very interested in Andrade. He's a talented guy. He's a talented cat. He can wrestle. He keep wrestling like that, he'll go far with the company. Mark my words. Five him on that. He had found him on the unfolded chair. Then he did another F5 on the chair. And another F5. And then hit with chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. It got so bad. Paul Heyman even told Brock Lesnar, just, hey, stop it. Just calm down, stop it. He was beating him so bad. I see Brock Lesnar beat a lot of people down, not like he did with Seth Rollins. It reminded me of the old Attitude Era. It was good. But Heyman and Paul and Brock Lesnar, they got back there as they was carrying him out, as they carry Seth Rollins out to the ring, from the ring to the back. They put him on a stretch. He was bleeding from the mouth and everything. They saw Becky Lynch was seen looking on at him. Even Roman Reigns was trying to see what's going on with him. He had some stuff going on, which I'll explain later. Then when they was trying to take him off in the ambulance, try to drive off, Brock Lesnar stopped the vehicle. Basically, you're not going anywhere. And he started getting into Rollins some more. And what was so interesting, he not only did he F5 them, he F5 them on an overturned stretcher. That was one of the best F5s I've ever seen by Brock Lesnar. I mean, this is why this guy's a champ. People don't like Brock Lesnar, give him a lot of clout, see part-time, he do the same moves, but he's a dominant athlete. He's the beast incarnate. He deserved that championship. I really prefer him over Seth Rollins with the championship because Seth Rollins was a born champion. I mean, I'm just gonna call it how it is. He was a born champion. He just gave it to Seth Rollins. He gave him a beating. He basically told him this was what you gonna expect at SummerSlam. That was very, very interesting. And meanwhile, while that was going on before that, you also had Roman Reigns. He was also involved with Samoa Joe. They're supposed to, have they had their thing going on. So he's there. He's helping the Usos, who's fighting the OC backstage, his cousins. So he jumps in to help them guys. Then Samoa Joe gets in. He attacks Roman Reigns. And then this is the big brawl between these six guys. And then after all that going on, then Samoa Joe, he comes out. He says Samoa's Summit that was supposed to be advertised for the evening, it's been canceled tonight. And Joe said he found out that he don't care. He was just there saying, hey, I ain't talking. I'm not here for that. I'm here to fight. So he challenged Roman Reigns to come to the ring if he could still walk. You know how Joe talks. So he said he wanted things beat down on him. Then Roman Reigns came down to the ring. And then they brawl out from inside the ring to outside the ring. Then he started giving it to Joe. Then Drew McIntyre comes out from nowhere. Then he hits Roman Reigns from behind. Then it's Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns start brawling, going around ringside. Then they go back to the ring. And then Drew and Joe, they tag team on Reigns. They start being down by the out there by near the announce tables. They was doing that. Then Drew and Joe start beating on down, try to beat him down some more. Then Cedric Alexander came out. He came out to help Roman Reigns. He was giving it to Drew a little bit. He knocked him down outside. Then Joe, he gives it to Cedric. Then Drew, he pulls Cedric out to the ring side. He beats him on down to the ramp. And then he suplexes Cedric to the screen onto the stage and then throws him off the stage. And then Samoa Joe and Reigns, they brawl up on the ramp. They look to the announce table. Then they was, like I said, they was double team Reigns. Then the Usos came out back to help Reigns from backstage. And Anderson and Gallows came out, start brawling with the Usos. It was a big brawl between those guys, and that was a great way of the segment. Then the Usos, and then Gallows and Anderson Reigns, they all just going at it. And then Cedric Alexander climbed to the top of the LED board, and then he jumped down on everybody. And man, it was a good way, good spot, and good moment for that show. That was a good way for Raw. It was a good way for it to end. But they fight down to the ring, Cedric and Drew. And then Drew tried to get a Claymore kick, and then Cedric, he counters it, and he drop kicks Drew. And then Allison and Gallows, they run and they get a drop on Cedric. The Roman Reigns hit the ring, super punches both Gallows and Anderson. And then he punches Drew off the apron, and then Cedric hit a suicide dive off Drew at the ringside. Then Joe comes, hit the ring. He comes in the ring. Usos both hit a double super kick on Joe. And then Roman Reigns hit the spear on Joe. And then you got Roman Reigns, Usos, and Cedric Alexander standing tall in the ring to win in Raw for the evening. So it was good, though. It was real good. That was one of the best Raws I've seen in a long time. They need to do more Raws like that. And I know part of the reason Raw's getting better because Paul Heyman is the executive director of Raw, while Eric Bischoff is the executive director of SmackDown Live. So with him starting that position, it's really good way to do Raw. Because Raw, I thought, was just too much talking, too many segments, not enough matches. I mean, the show was 3 hours, not two like it used to be years ago. It's been 3 hours since the 1,000th episode of Raw, I believe, back in 2012. So I want to say that was a great Raw. They need to keep it like that. I will give that Raw a 9 out of 10. That's my